cross over here. Maybe it won't be so rough. Behind me is Queer, Q-U-E-R. Which comes from the Latin for oak. Quercus is the abundance of oak. I was on this particular farm road the other day, but going the opposite direction from Mecco into Caire, and I thought I was lost. Everything is so overgrown and green, and everything looks kind of different than it did only a couple months ago. And I thought, how can this be right? But of course it was, but it just didn't look right. While I was in Caire, I stopped to take a little break, and when I started, my LCD panel here, it's a Bafang LCD that tells the controller what power to deliver and has other features like battery. It has an odometer and a very accurate speedometer, surprisingly enough. For example, right now we're going 19 kilometers an hour. Nevertheless, when I stopped and then went to restart, it gave me an error message, number 5, and the motor wouldn't engage. So I reset the battery, turned it off, turned on the tail light, let the system use up all the available juice, and turned it back on, and it still wouldn't engage. So I thought, okay, well, it's a 30 kilometer ride back home with a slightly heavier than normal bicycle. No problem, I can do that. But as soon as I started pedaling, I had left it on and in power level 1 while it was displaying the error message, and it just started working again. It's done that before, so I'm not sure where it's getting this error, if it's in the LCD, in the controller power box, or if it's getting a funny signal from the wheel. I have to find out what that error message number 5 actually means. There's like 9 of them, 9 or 10 error messages that can pop up, and it's supposed to help you troubleshoot. But the fact that I started riding and the message went off tells me it might be getting a funny signal from the wheel. Nevertheless, I never had such a problem with the KT LCD and control box. So the next time I get around to it, I'm going to remove this Bafang setup and put back the KT. I've been thinking about it because it's given me error messages on several occasions, and each time resetting the battery fixed it. Which kind of tells me it's in the LCD control pad, I think. Nevertheless, I'm very happy with the motor. It seems to work quite well. Doesn't give me any grief. And even on hill climbs, it's never gotten particularly hot. Although all motors can overheat, especially hub motors. The biggest complaint about hub motors is in fact that they get burnt up. And usually that's because they're overdriven on a hill. People give them more power than they can absorb on a particular speed. Now to the right, coming up on this highway, is a pretty good hill. It's a few kilometers, well, a couple, 2, maybe 3 kilometers long, going into the that particular town near Torrejon del Rey. Keep mispronouncing it, so anyway, Torrejon del Rey is just next door. And it's never gotten too hot on this particular hill. Anyway, this is going to be Camino de Meco. And a great place to end this video.